Today we're exploring living consciously and what that means, because at the end of the day we are self-leaders. We drive us, we motivate us, we heal us. A lot of the times we are acutely aware of what we need to be doing. Even if we are not motivated to do those things, we know that we should be doing them to impact our relationships, to impact our health, to impact our children, ourselves, and any other projects that we have in mind. We know what needs to be done, or at least where we need to go. And that level of conscious awareness guides us through life in terms of knowing the risk, knowing the implications, knowing the dream, knowing the outcome, knowing what we want, and really being driven by right or wrong and risk and reward and all of the things that are in one way or the other going to influence us based on the action that we took or failed to take in relation to those things. And that's a level of consciousness that guides and protects us through most of the things that we deal with in life. But the thing is, a lot of the other things in our lives operate under that subconscious level that is oblivious to us to a general degree. The things that influence us without us like connecting the dots to the impact of that behavior, the impact of that personality, the impact of that relationship. Those are the things that we need to watch. There is a lot that happens in our lives, consciously, unconsciously, subconsciously, and all the other levels in which we operate, whether we are aware of those or not. Sometimes we are so acutely aware. And is that awareness creating anxiety or actually building on you? It's on you to be able to manage that on days where you want to not be so acutely aware because you think it scares you, and actually on days where you have to elevate that awareness to your consciousness because you need it to spur you positively or negatively away from something. If you're struggling from following that narrow path into what needs to be done, then actually expose the information around the negative path so that it can scare your mind freeze away from that thing. Motivation, action, growth, healing is not only necessarily by doing the right thing, it can also be by teaching yourself to stay away from the wrong one, teaching yourself to fear the wrong things, by actually researching the impact that that thing is having on you. It's one thing saying, I don't want to smoke. It's another thing knowing what every cigarette does to you, knowing how many you smoked a day, and actually sitting down and tallying it and let your mind see the impact of what you've done to your lungs today. That will have an impact to a degree that generally just saying, I want to quit smoking may not have on you. The same goes for your diet. If you want to lose weight but you're struggling with certain things, actually sit down with that thing. Either eat so much of it that it sickens you, as much as that sounds like a really horrible advice. The thing is, you desire it so much because it's a delicacy in your life. And because you go away from it, you stay away from it for so long, the desire only heightens. But make it ordinary to your mind. A lot of the things that influence us have to be programmed into our consciousness. They have to be pulled out of our unconscious functioning. They have to be programmed actively with daily reminders, daily habits, daily routines, so that we can influence our lives by intention, by remembering what we need to be doing and actually motivating us to do it, or by remembering what we must not be doing based on the implications and what will happen to our lives if we do those things. What are the pros of that habit? What are the pros of that action? What is the outcome of that positive habit, that positive action, that positive connection? And if you cannot influence yourself consciously by doing the right thing, influence yourself consciously by telling you what the wrong thing will do to you. Either way, you're taking action, you're being conscious in what is happening in your life. A lot of the times, we want to do something, but it's not clarified to our minds with intensity that cannot be ignored. We want to be healthier, but it's like a half-hearted thing. Like it's not stamped in your consciousness by intention, by daily reminder, by daily action, by daily routine to the point where it is unavoidable. Okay. And if you struggle to motivate you with the beautiful outcome of that action, then motivate you with the ugly impact of the alternative of that action. Either way, when it becomes clarified to your conscious awareness, you will do those things that need to be done. Because at the end of the day, we are relying on that mind, on that consciousness, on that awareness to move us. We are relying on it to motivate us. We are relying on it to really improve our lives positively.